I've had stronger days. I've had days where I won by 5. I've had days where I won by 40.
Mm.
But it's like there's some days I feel like I lost.
Yeah.
I'm in bed. I don't
Yeah.
want to get up and I don't want to deal with life. But then
Yeah.
I realize I have a family to provide for. I have a God that loves me. I have a daughter that's depending on me, and I have a puppy that needs food.
Yeah.
So it's like some days are better than others, but it's something to where like it's a daily fight, and I'm just trying my best to make sure that I leave with the victory every day.
Yeah.
So have a great day. Don't bring no drama my way. Don't bring no drama my way. Don't bring no drama my way. Yeah, I might have a great day. Don't bring no drama my way. Don't bring no drama my way. Don't bring no drama my way. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lish Speaks, and welcome back to another episode of I'll Just Let Myself In, the podcast where we don't wait for an imaginary permission slip or some seat at an imaginary table. We let ourselves into our God-given doors. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. If you are listening on Holy Culture, Sirius XM Channel 140 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on a Monday night, we thank you so much for listening there. If you're watching on their YouTube, we thank you for watching there. And if you're watching on my YouTube, thank you so much for watching there. Now, make sure that you subscribe and that you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss anything that I upload. I have this podcast, but I also have series and other content that I know you would love. If you love this, you would love that. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell and enjoy this episode. But before we do that, we got the best segment in podcasting. It's called What I'm Stepping In, where I show you what I am wearing or stepping in for the episode. And today we got a 1-2 combo. Usually just the sneakers, but I got the jersey on because what I'm stepping in today is the Air Max 95 Big Bubble neon kicks that just came out. Now listen, I love an Air Max 95, okay? I love an Air Max 95. I specifically love the neon Air Max 95 with the Big Bubble because it is just so classic. This is the shoe that you had to have growing up. If you didn't have the Air Max, you wasn't fly. And of course, I had a pair. So when they re-released them recently, my husband so kindly surprised me with a pair and this jersey. I'm going to tell y'all right now, you're going to see me in this outfit several times, okay? I don't know if it'll be on the podcast, it'll be on my social media, it'll be in the streets, but I have a washing machine and I will be repeating this over and over and over again because it's such a good combo. These Air Max 95s are comfortable. They're just classic. They're a good Nike silhouette, and I had to get them. So you know what we say here. If you like them, go get you some. Today, I have a guest who I've known for 10 years. Crazy, right? I met him back in 2016 at SOBs. We were at BET Music
Come
Matters.
on.
And even then, his stature, his reputation preceded him.
Man.
And he's been an artist since about 2011, right?
Yeah.
2011, been an artist. He is a pioneer in the space.
That's my daughter
baby's
back
in the
there.
background.
Come on, my baby here.
He's a pioneer
that's
in the space. He is the first
Man.
Christian battle rapper, period. The first one.
When you dropping these stats, I feel old. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I love it.
Old.
He's the first one. He's a husband. He's a father. He's very well respected in CHH. What I admire most about him is through every stage that I've been able to see him, through every platform, he's always pushed the culture forward. He's always put his best foot forward, his best music forward, his best visuals forward. And he's always put other people on. So much so that every Christian battle rapper who's come after him, he has worked with in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Just proving that he really is about community, about love, about kingdom and culture. I can say a whole lot more, but without further ado, ladies
keep going,
and gentlemen,
please. No, I have to say that.
The Saga is in the building. What's up, man?
Good. Man, I'm grateful to be here. That was an incredible intro.
It's
I was like, you kind of just broke down so much from the 2016 and kind of just following everything. Kind of made me realize, man, like I'm truly blessed to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate you having me here.
Yeah, you've been in this space for a long time, man. And you really do embody so much of what I think makes hip hop great.
Yeah.
But particularly Christian hip hop, what makes battle rap great.
Come on. Boy.
And you really birthed like a new subculture in battle rap. And so do you ever take time to acknowledge your contribution?
No.
Why not?
I think it really just, I think it comes from like just my childhood growing up,
Mm.
I was always taught like keep your head down, keep working.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like people like my wife and people like that kind of like are around me to say like lift your head, look back, like you were able to accomplish
Yeah.
so much. Like you've been so focused on working that you haven't looked up a little bit to just appreciate
Yeah.
what's going on. So sometimes just hearing like you break down the history of things, it makes me reflect on something. Wow, dad, that for real, you know? No, but it's like it's crazy to think about like how much I've been able to do and how much God has allowed me to pioneer and pave
Yeah.
a lane for. It's crazy.
I love
It's
it. I
crazy.
love it. I think in this season of your life, it seems like God is giving you some insight
Yeah.
on what he wants you to do and who he wants you to be. What does it look like in this season of your life to be not just the man, the husband, the father, but the Saga?
Man, I think a lot of what God is calling me to be is more confident
Hmm.
and more sure of who I'm becoming in this time. I think a lot of it was just focused on me trying to reach a goal or achieve something or
Yeah.
like, I was very like achievement driven at a point in time. I think now it's just one being present, especially for my family,
Yeah.
being more aware of the time I have and just being more confident in what he's established in me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think if I just keep those two as a certain foundation for
Mm.
me, being present and being confident in what's
Yeah.
going on, I think the sky's the limit. I think beyond that, like just in ministry and music and battles and in my career and who I am, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think about like your path into hip hop. And I heard you say on a podcast that you were rapping and kind of like getting into it. You were on the secular side.
for sure.
And then
For sure.
and then as you matured a little bit, you got saved, you started to put out music on MySpace.
Come on.
And life started to change for you.
Come on.
Tell me about the child
Man.
who got into hip hop for the love of hip hop. What was your path into hip hop?
So my path into hip hop was a little weird because I wasn't necessarily allowed to listen to hip hop growing up.
Same.
You know what I'm
But I
saying? Like
did.
my mom was just, you know what I'm saying?
I
I
very
had to
much did.
sneak. I had to sneak some
Same.
stuff. But like something that I can vividly remember is my mom allowing me to listen to Cross Movement.
Okay.
And that was kind of like a big introduction to where like my mother was aware that I was in love with the idea of hip hop.
Mm.
But like I think what really birthed my love for hip hop and lyricism and content like that was around the time YouTube had just dropped. That's how old I am. Like YouTube.
How old are you? You're not that old. You're younger than me.
I just turned 35.
Yeah, you're younger
So
than
like
me.
I just feel old. When I hit 30, my knees started to give out. I'm like, oh nah. Time to stretch before I wake up. You know what I mean? Like, but YouTube had just dropped and battle rap had just kind of like made its way to the net. And like I'm watching people like Loaded Lux, people like Murder Mook,
Yeah.
Party Arty, Head Ice, Arsenal, Goods. And I'm like watching them and my mind is doing things, watching them rap. It was like, yo, like I understood it this way, but it also meant this. Like, what does that mean? And like,
Yeah.
bro, that's an entendre.
Yeah.
Like, oh snap, okay. Like I love. And I started diving into their freestyles and their
Yeah.
music, and that kind of helped me shape into how I could appreciate rap. You know what I mean? A little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started off on YouTube with just like battle rap for sure. But like music wise and stuff, I was a big fan of like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Big fan of G Unit.
Yeah.
Big fan of Kanye West at the time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. It's so funny because you talk about you feel old because your music journey started on YouTube. Mine started on Napster. I downloaded a Roxanne Shante song on Napster and Ladies First by Queen Latifah and Moni Love. And I knew I had to rap. After that, I knew I had to rap.
Dog, Napster.
And then obviously Lauryn Hill's Miss Education. And I started writing poetry in probably about 7th grade and realized I was really, really good at words. Mm-hmm. Guys, that soda is brown.
Yes,
but it's not.
Listen, we didn't want to. Listen, they don't pay us yet.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so we got to make sure we a nice little
because it
glass.
looked like it could be yak if you look at it.
Tell you something right now. It's an energy drink.
Yes, it's an energy
I'm not gonna
drink.
say it because they ain't pay me.
Correct.
Yet, but this is an energy drink, y'all. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I just knew I had to rap after that. You know what I'm saying? And even we were talking off camera about me not putting out music for a while. Y'all see the look. I'm getting to it. I'm working on it. But I'm still writing.
Right.
The pen very much still works.
Come on, let's
It's
go.
just,
That's all I asked
in
for.
me, right? Like
Come
you
on.
can't. There are things that come to me every single day.
You still
So,
putting up shots in the gym.
absolutely,
Like you ain't, that
absolutely,
shooting arm is still
absolutely.
warm.
And I'm gonna be very clear with you. I'm ready.
Come on, hey.
Yeah.
Y'all hear it here.
Lyrically,
Come on, y'all hear it.
Lyrically, I'm
hold
ready.
her to it.
But
hold her, because
you're not the only one. I got a lot of people holding me to it. It's 2026 is gonna be the year y'all hear some music from me.
That's all I need.
Y'all gonna hear some
music.
That's
all I need.
But going back to it being in me and me writing and how you were introduced to hip hop, when you are preparing for a battle, right? What is that process like? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm very lyrical. I'm lyrical miracle, right? Yeah. I love it, but I don't have the confidence that I could be but that's a different battle rapping is a different level of lyrical. Yeah. So how do you prepare? How do you get your mind wrapped around?
It's
a battle?
Doing it for so long, like it's kind of like a reflex now, but like with just starting off and stuff like that, it really was a lot of like I've kind of worked into a nice little routine of how I do things. First off, I'm praying God to just figure out what I need to say, what I need to do, what I want to talk about. Then I'm watching battles. I'm researching. Like writing for a battle for me is almost like writing an essay about a person and making it rhyme. Like I'm watching all their battles. I'm writing. Okay, not to say I'm doing this to be malicious, but I'm like,
you're researching.
Yeah, boom. His name is this.
Yeah.
He's from this town. He's from he's from this clique. He's from this side of the city or whatever. And it's like, all right, now that I have all this information, let's start the writing. Yeah. Let's start to really, put it together. So like it's just prayer, research, writing. And for me, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to I'm overwriting. And then I'm trimming the fat to what I really want to say. And like, okay, this is not as important as this. So I'm gonna keep this, I'm gonna move that. And I never really write, even when it comes to music, I never really write from top to bottom. Yeah. It's kind of like pieces of a puzzle. Like I have 4 bars here, 8 bars here, 12 bars, 6 bars. I'm like, okay, what makes sense for me chronologically? So I'm never a person that likes to just scatter an idea. Like I'll punch you in the face and then I give your mom a drop kick. I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense. Right. So like I was like, if I'm thinking chronologically in order, like for the sake of a bar, I punched you in the face, you hit the floor. You got to call the ambulance. I meet you at the hospital.
It's a story.
So it's like it needs to make sense so that I know where I'm going. So yeah, prayer, research, writing, and then making sure everything makes sense because I need it to make sense for me to know where I'm at.
Yeah. What are the tools you use to memorize? Because it's a lot to remember.
Man, what I do is after I'm done writing all the material, I'll run it. Like I'll look at my note and then like I'll run the first 4 bars. I'll walk away from it and run it, boom, until I know it. Go back, learn the next 4, and then run those 8. Yeah. So I'll go run this 4, go back. Okay, So like I'll run it piece by piece. Gotcha. Because like for me, when it comes to like if I'm switching a rhyme pattern or something like that, it's kind of like shifting gears. Yeah. So like I need to be able to know the transition to shift gears into the next 8 or the next 4 or the next. So like I'm looking at it, going back, boom, okay, I got it. Go back, okay, learn this one and now this one, boom, boom, and this, and then before I know it, I know everything.
Yeah, that's deep. I
think it's a lot. That's one thing I've hated about battle rap because it's you're spending so much time writing and rehearsing and researching and memorizing about one person. Yeah. And then it's not like music where like, if you write a song today, you could perform that same song in Brooklyn, Connecticut, and Manhattan. Like I only have one chance, one time to write about this one person. And then I got to flush it out and prepare for somebody else the same way.
And even if you battle that person again, you can't say the same stuff. So it's new
sometimes
every time.
You have a rematch and it'd be like, I can't say the same stuff. So I got to think of better stuff. Yeah. So it's a lot. It's my goodness.
It reminds me when I used to do spoken word and I used to be, one time I had a 7-minute poem and I did that. So I will never do that again because, and if you miss one part, it's over. It's not over, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's a part of the story. Yeah. So now you gotta figure out, and so one time I choked on stage and I was
I know that all too well.
I'm not doing no more poems this long. I started shortening them things.
I done messed up a few times in battle rap. Some of my mess ups like made it to where like some people remember me for them. Yeah. But like it really comes with the journey. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can feel like you're prepared. until something happens in that moment, or
Yep.
the lights hit you a certain way,
Yeah.
or the atmosphere,
Or
or
just
like you
your
have a
humanity.
yeah, like
we are
so.
not.
I definitely have had
Yeah.
moments where like I've messed up and I've
Mhm.
had to kind of roll with the punches, or kind of just like use that as a lesson learned. So yeah.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about your battle rap, and how you prepare for that. But you also do music. You also,
Yes.
put out a project
Come on.
that had Kid Capri on it.
Come
Which
on.
is crazy.
Shouts to my big dog, my OG, Kid
I was
Capri.
like, sheesh.
Man, praise
You
God.
had a what I consider a hit song, 4 a.m.
Come on.
Riding in the Uber. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah,
vibe.
Praise
And
God.
you sang on projects.
Yeah.
So you really do lots of different things with your music.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What do you prefer?
Between music
Between
or
the battle rap?
Music.
Music.
In a
Okay.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
And the singing or the rapping?
Singing.
Really?
Singing.
Tell me why.
Singing. I've been singing longer than I've been rapping.
Okay.
So my mom was a worship leader.
Yes.
She'd been like, growing up having that in my heart, and kind of watching her, and then kind of just mimicking it my own way. Singing has always had my heart.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then like I started rapping, and what I realized is the rapping caught more of the attention faster.
Yeah.
And then when I started battle rapping, Christian guy battle rap,
Yeah.
it just shot up. And it was like, but I've always had a love for melodies. I love harmonies. I love being able to sing and challenge different pockets like that. But I love making music more than battle rap because I'm able to flex different muscles.
Yeah.
I feel like with battle rap, it's so intentional in one lane that I don't have room to. I can't randomly sing in a battle.
Yeah.
People have tried it. It's gone very terrible. It's gone like they've gone viral for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So like with music, I can rap like I would in battle rap, or I can like kind of coast a little bit more, or I can sing, and I have different ways of working different muscles for music.
Would you ever do a full like gospel album?
Yeah, I want to.
You should.
I want to. Like I want to. I feel like I have to ease my audience into that because people may know me more for the battle rap stuff. You think so?
Yes and no, because, and we can talk more about this off camera, but when you make a pivot, so for instance, right, I didn't ease my audience into this podcast. I just started a podcast. And because Holy Culture knew me for rapping, when they found out I had a podcast, they go, oh, she could yap too. We think we like this. Well, let's roll one. And Holy Culture had only ever played one of my songs. I wasn't like a regular.
Shouts to Holy Culture, man.
Shouts to Holy Culture.
Holy Culture.
You know what I mean? And so I think the type of press and attention that you can get for a pivot, because people are interested in a new story. It's like, CHH Battle Rapper has now become a gospel artist. You'll be on that stellar red carpet if you have the right management.
We're looking, y'all.
We can talk about that off camera too.
Come on, man.
But if that's something on your heart and it's the thing you're the most passionate about, I feel like, because full transparency, I am more passionate about media than I am about music.
Really?
And I think that's why it's going so well.
Wow.
Because it's what people have that all the time. I would have never thought you would say you're more passionate about singing than rapping. With how hard you go.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we are very gifted at a thing. So people just think like you are a very gifted rapper. I am a very gifted rapper.
Yes.
So people would just think, well, that has to be the thing you're more passionate about. I'm a very gifted preacher.
Come on.
But I'm not more passionate about preaching than I am about rapping. I'm actually more passionate about rapping than I'm about preaching.
I feel that.
But I'm more passionate about this than I am about media than I am about rapping. So
that's crazy.
I think one of the reasons that it's going well for me is that it's what my heart desires. And when you're doing something that your heart wants to do, you will sacrifice more and it will feel easier.
That's the preacher side coming out now.
So you'll be sacrificing
that's
more.
That's the preacher side. I hope y'all got that word in there.
So then you go further because you're sacrificing more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to, you're like, I done spent 18 hours trying to prepare for this battle rap.
Yep.
I'm depleted.
Hate it.
It ain't working. You'll spend 28 hours, working on one song, but it will feel.
I feel so much better.
So I really think you should,
yeah.
Not that I can tell anybody what to do with music.
No. But I received that. No, I received that because like it's a necessary thing I need to hear. Like it's like, wow, okay, you know what? Yeah. That's she ain't lying. There's no cap in that rap. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Love that. That's awesome.
So I heard you speak on Trig's podcast. Shout out to Trig.
Come on, shout out to
about
Trig.
being a perfectionist.
Yes.
and about how for so long you didn't put out a full project because you were hiding behind your perfectionism, and how your wife called you out on
Yep.
that. I want to ask you a little bit about
So,
how your relationship with your wife, how being married and being a dad has led to the maturation of your music.
yeah, she was the necessary push. My wife, I felt like we serve as that for each other because I know there's some moments in her life that she needs to push.
Yeah.
You know, she needs to get out of her own way, and I'm working my way to kind of like be that for her as well in her music.
Yeah.
Because she has music she's getting
Mhm.
ready to drop soon too. But yeah, like she's kind of just served as
So worship singer, right?
yeah, she does worship music. You know, she's an
We're
incredible.
gonna get her on the podcast too when she ready
Hello,
to
hello. I hope
drop.
she can hear that. You know, but yeah, like you know, I've been very comfortable doing things a certain way, and when I'm met with a moment that's uncomfortable, I don't see the promise on the other side of it. And she's looking from
Yep.
the outside in and saying, no, actually, you need to do this. Like, trust me, I know you're in your way. You're
Mhm.
thinking this has to be like this. I'm telling you, what's stopping you?
Yeah.
Like, you know, what's on the other side of that is greater than what you're dealing with right now. So, like, she's like, listen, meet these deadlines.
Mhm.
Like, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna share a note. We're gonna share, you know, like I need to hear
Our
these
spouses
songs.
are the same people.
Like, I'm telling you, like she served as like as a needed push. And now that I had that push, it's kind of like the avalanche kind of momentum, snowball effect where like it's kind of rolling. And now I had that.
Yeah.
And now with being a father and like having her in my life, she served as more motivation to go harder,
Yeah.
drive faster now.
Yeah.
Now that we got the wheels spinning, I'm ready to go full throttle.
Yeah.
Like I was like, because I have something that I feel like draws me to a space where like I'm not just doing this for myself anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, I'm doing it for my family, me
Yeah.
and my wife at one point, and my puppy. But like she serves as somebody I want to make proud to say like, yo, like my dad was able to do all this, and
Yeah.
like he was able to follow in his dream, he was able to follow in his passions and his purpose, what God has for him, so unashamed and so confidently that she can use that as inspiration to do the same for her. So
I love that. I love
yeah.
that. And speaking of your beautiful daughter,
Come
you
on.
guys have decided
Come
not to
on.
share her likeness
Yeah.
on social media, on the
Yeah.
internet. What went into that decision? And do you guys have like a time frame on it, or it's just like this is what we on, and y'all ain't never seeing my baby?
You know what it
Which
is?
is fine.
You know, I think shouts to my wife because she was the driving force behind it at first. I think doing it made me realize how much we put on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was so used to seeing that people posting their babies and
Yep.
this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, listen, I can't wait to. Oh, I'm with my twin. Da, da, da.
Mhm.
And she's like, no. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And she's like, listen, you know, there's a whole bunch of weirdos out
Yep.
there, and now with
Yeah.
AI running
Yeah.
rampant, like it's just like, no. And then on top of that, she had to remind me, like the line of work I'm in with battle rap, it can get very disrespectful. And like, there's people that will literally, and I've seen it before, people will blow up pictures of
People's
deceased
kids. Oof.
family
Ooh,
members
child.
or talk about people's children. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Are you ready for somebody to blow up a picture of your daughter and disrespect you? I'm like, yeah, you know what?
Touche.
You got that. You got that. So like, you know, and it served as a reason, like now that, you know, she's a year in and like we haven't posted, like obviously, you know, you'll send pictures to like close friends
Yeah.
or family, whatever. But I'm grateful we're on that path because she was right. It's
Yeah.
like, man, there's a lot of weird people that don't wish you well on
Yep.
social media. So why am I sharing such personal and emotional moments
Mhm.
to a world that may not even care?
Yeah.
I'd rather show it to the people I love and
Yep.
people that are around me. But I think we're gonna wait until it's a time where she has a say so in it.
Mhm.
Where she's like, I want to, okay, I want to get on social media.
Yeah.
And we have that conversation with her, like, listen, I just want to prepare your mind for what this could
that comes
be.
with.
Like, you know, I'm all for it if you're for it. If you know what you want to do, go for it. We support you. But like
Yeah.
until then, I don't want to just feel like I have to post her
Yeah.
and oh look guys, I'm with my baby. This is
Yeah.
my baby. So we keep it really private for that reason.
I love that. I think that is wise, especially in the line of work that you're in.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Your wife is very wise and
Super.
perceptive
Super.
and discerning, because that didn't even cross my mind. But yes, people do things. And, you know, I think as someone who wants to have children, I'm always thinking about what do I want to share? I always tell my husband, I don't even know if I'll share my pregnancy. Like, you know what I mean? I might just pop up with a baby.
For real.
Because
Yeah.
it's just it's such an intimate thing. And, you know, it's good. Anike does the same thing. She doesn't show her baby. And I think it's so smart and wise as well. I don't know where we'll land on it, but I really do understand exactly why people don't. In that, you know, being a girl dad.
Come on.
Right?
I pray for that.
Yeah. I remember it. I remember you saying you pray for a girl.
Yeah.
What are some of the women in CHH? Or just in hip hop, it don't even have to be CHH, that you want to make sure your daughter knows and is inspired by?
Man, she has to know. Shouts to my dog, Toya Love.
Yes, shouts to Toya Love.
Great person. Yeah. Anike, Portia Love.
Yes. You talking about my fam now.
Jekka Soul. Some really, really dope artists. Yeah. There's a new artist I really rock with. Her name is Southside Jaws.
Okay.
Or Jaws. She's really dope. There's so many incredible artists. I can't really name them all. Yeah. There's another one I'm sitting next to. I don't know. I feel like she's doing a podcast. I don't know. The Lord just put that on my heart. I feel like, you know, there's some incredible women in hip hop that I want to be able to, like, when she gets in, because she loves music.
Yeah.
Like she'll hear music and she'll start bopping and like da da and like. I want to be able to put her on.
She has a beautiful personality.
Man,
just from a little bit of time in her eyes.
The star of every room. She walks in and that's her room.
I love it. It's nothing worse than a boring kid. No offense.
Oh, no.
But I love kids with personality.
Once she gets a little comfortable, because you just saw she gets a little shy a little bit.
She had personality, so she walked in the door.
When she come in and she's comfortable, she's like, that, and like pointing out things, and she's like wanting you to pick her up. She's like blowing kisses.
Yes.
I just want to put her in spaces and listen to people that are like, one, I have a personal relationship with, and two, have a quality work I can stand behind and play unashamed in front of her.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, she gotta grow up how daddy grew up. We gotta get some Lauryn Hill in there. You know, we gotta get some Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Gotta get some India Ari.
Absolutely.
Gotta get some Jill Scott.
Absolutely.
You know, we gotta get some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A little bit of the, because I'm a 2000s, you know what I mean? 2000s R&B. She needs to know where to, you know. But like, there's a lot of incredible Christian hip hop artists, not even just like rappers. There's incredible Christian R&B stuff going out there. Like, I want to be able to introduce it to.
I love it. Switching gears a little bit.
Talk to me.
When you think about the 4 horsemen, I read that you said you feel like the 4 horsemen were not as appreciated in CHH as they should be.
You want to talk about that?
I do want to talk about it, because what do you feel like the CHH fan and or CHH as a community missed or owes the four horsemen? I know what I think.
I love that you distinguish the two.
Yep.
The fan and the community. Because that's a big thing.
Yep.
Because like when I put that out,
the fans are on the right side.
It's not a slight to anybody who supports. It's not a slight to the following or the fan base or people that genuinely support our ministry. It's not about that.
Yep.
We love everybody who's shown support, whether a tweet, a ticket, a stream, bought a pay-per-view, whatever. Like we genuinely appreciate the fact that you see the vision of what God is doing and get behind that.
Yeah.
That tweet or that thread or whatever, you know, they classified as, that was to a specific group of people. And that was to the playmakers, the tastemakers, and the people who they know. I'm looking at the camera. Y'all know. Y'all know. You know, there's been a big thing for years within the behind the scenes, behind the curtains of individuals and sometimes entities that look at us like we're just battle rappers. And that would be fair if Street Hymns didn't put out incredible music. Like Loso didn't go on tour. Like we don't have millions of streams via the music side. And it would make sense if I haven't worked alongside some of the big dogs in Christian hip hop. So it's one thing to just appreciate us in one capacity, but then it just feels like there's no type of inclusion with who we are outside of that. It's like we're a topic of conversation to where, hey, y'all, I watch battle rap. You heard of Saga? And it's like, oh yeah, Saga, yeah, Christians, yeah. It's like, it's cool that you shout us out or whatever the case is. You kind of acknowledge us in a certain way,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like you neglect us in others. There's less of a willingness to want to get together in a lot more ways other than a shout out on Twitter about what we do. And it's like, I've dealt with that for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, I put that out in a space of just like, I'm kind of just tired of hiding behind that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to agree on everything, but even, when I put that out in proper Excel, posted it, and I'm seeing some of my, fellow peers voice their opinion, it confirmed a lot of what I was dealing with at the time.
Yeah.
Like, you guys only see us as the battle rappers.
Yeah.
So you only value us as battle rappers, but we have so much more to offer. And if you're not willing to work with us, that's fine. We're going to make things work elsewhere. But let's acknowledge the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So that way we can either work through it or work around it.
Yeah.
And that was just, some people voiced their opinion and it let me know where a lot of people stand. And I've kept my distance since in that regard.
I get that. And listen, I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers.
Nah. And also, I just want to say, shout outs to everybody that I know I have a personal relationship outside of that. Because people voice their opinion. I'm a phone call away type stuff. But like, I do want to shout out the people who have continued to show love and support in other ways and kind of just like, people who stand in that gap, stand in that need and have allowed me to still fellowship and still we rock out, we do music, got stuff in the works. Yeah. But like, there's a specific group of people so where if they felt offended, it's probably because they were in that conversation and they were in the comments. Yeah. So like, that was a big thing.
I have a theory and I'm interested in what you think about this. Do you feel like if the 4 horsemen were from Atlanta, the conversation would be different?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we'd be in a different space. I think, and I think because we're all scattered out and we're not into, I think like Atlanta seems like Christian hip hop central. It's like that's where it lives.
Yes.
So like,
I miss it, by the way.
Man, I want to go. I want to move. I want to move to Georgia.
It's
actually,
great.
I want to move out there.
It's incredible.
I want to move out there so bad.
That shouldn't be the case, and we're gonna get to that in a second.
No, I want to move out there not because of them.
No, not you not moving. Yeah. The hub.
Oh, the hub. Okay, yeah.
That shouldn't be the case.
Fair.
And I feel like Miles Minnick is doing his part.
Shouts to Miles, man.
In that direction, but something's missing in New York.
Shouts to Miles, man.
And it's not talent. Let me be clear. It's not that talent is missing in New York.
Hello?
Or I should say the Northeast.
Yeah.
I feel like
we got it out here.
I feel like a lot of what you're feeling, hasn't been given to the 4 horsemen. Probably most CHH artists in the Northeast feel.
For sure.
And what do you let me phrase this properly. What do you think is missing for CHH in the East Coast, New York, Boston?
I think okay.
It's not talent.
No.
Let's be very clear. I don't want nobody getting offended.
It's not talent.
Because talent is heavy out here.
I think what we've missed in New York, or just the East Coast Christian hip hop sub-genre, is an infrastructure that pushes the talent we have to the forefront. Yeah, I think a lot of it stems from individuals or entities that believe they have to outsource to make something relevant when it's all about making the people that are around us more, just using your platform to bring them up a little bit. Yeah. I feel we've lost that. We've lost it because it's been about outsourcing, and we lose focus.
When you say outsourcing, what do you mean?
We focus on grabbing people from out of state.
Got it.
It's like, I get it. It's all about fellowship and partnering and networking. But like, if we're just highlighting the amount of incredible talent within New York,
yeah,
if we gave them the same attention that we're giving artists from out of state, they'd have a different trajectory. They'd have more resources utilized to them. But it's like, we focus on what's more popular or trending instead of really building up the individuals that are showing all they need is a push, or they need is a platform.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Personally.
Okay.
I think we lose sight of focusing on them more. Like we kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They serve as side pieces, but like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. What do you feel like I'm gonna say New York because that's where we are.
Yeah.
But what do you feel like the East Coast artist needs to do differently? Because I'll go first on that.
Please.
I feel like there's so much talent.
Yeah.
But what I noticed different when I was in Atlanta is that there was a unity.
Yes.
That was unparalleled.
Yeah.
And it went beyond music.
Yeah.
Like people found out that I was doing the media. Everybody was like, I bet Lish is doing media.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's connections. Yo, do you know her? You should know her.
Yeah.
You don't know her? You should know her. By the way, she got music too if you feel like checking it out. But you should go on her podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just very much connect. And the thing about it is I don't feel like it's funny because a lot of those people are not from Atlanta. So it's not a Southern hospitality thing. Because people always want to say, it's Southern hospitality. Portia's from Detroit. I'm from Brooklyn.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know where Nike from, but it ain't Atlanta. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people are not they're not just Southern. It's just a spirit there.
Yeah.
That I think Reach Records is there. So that helps, right?
For sure.
I think the Bible Belt churches, kids want to listen to this. You know, the parents push it.
Yeah.
So yes, we do have those things working against us in New York, right?
For
because the youth ministries ain't really trying to come to.
Nope.
You know,
New York is one of the hardest places to just break anything.
To break anything.
Break anything.
But I do feel like I wish the artist, and I'm just coming back on the scene. So if I'm talking out of turn, you're like, girl, who are you?
Nah, listen, I've been
Just
around long
Google
enough
me.
to where you ain't, I'll let you know if you're
just
off.
Just go ahead and Google. I was in the mix.
Right, man, heavy in the mix. Stop playing.
But from what I have seen when
Right.
I was away and since I've been back, there's just a lack of like, yo, we doing this, we putting each other on, we doing our own events, like we making it happen. And that's because, again, I will say it's how I'm doing the face, it's not the talent. They don't rap no better than you in Atlanta, in the Bay, in Houston. They don't rap no better than you. I ain't saying it's worse. But it definitely ain't bad.
Listen, and I just want to say, just because you're from New York,
yes,
don't make you a great rapper.
This is true.
Don't make you a great rapper. I know
true.
plenty. Praise God.
Yes.
I almost let it fly. But you know, just because you're from New York doesn't give you this sort of bias that you're some lyrical miracle, spiritual guy. That really got to get crazy with. Sometimes we got some.
I think that's some of it too, though. I think New York rappers, we're so. Then the middle,
yeah, bro.
And unless you're Jackie Hill Perry, people don't necessarily want to hear that.
That's why I be hitting the melodies. I be hitting the little. I do a little melody sometimes, there is a level of unity and such a togetherness, and almost feels very family-esque vibe that happens, especially in the South, where everybody's like, "Oh, you want to? You with us? We rolling. That's it. Like I don't need to ask you no more questions. You down? You love Christ? You make music? Let's make it happen. I'm with you. You know what I mean? And that's something I've always appreciated about artists that are out there like that. Like it's just like, man, like every time I've come across people that live in that area or from it, or it's a level of like, yeah, we rock with you. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, that we're missing in a lot of ways. Yeah. We're missing in a lot of ways when it comes to, especially with like in New York, you know what I mean? For sure.
If you give one piece of advice to someone who wants to do battle rap, right? But they are a Christian.
Yeah.
And they don't want to cuss. Mm-hmm. They don't want to talk about people's bodies. They don't want to go too crazy with the, you know what I'm saying, talking about people's families. You know, you're going to get your digs in, but you don't want to go below the belt. What would be the advice you give them?
I said this in a battle a while ago versus a rapper named Voice the Poet. In my third round against him, I said there's a difference between being called for it and called to it. So the biggest thing I want to say is, if this is something that you believe that the Lord has called you to, and this is not something you just want to do because you can rap and love the Lord and think, oh, I can battle rap because I know how to rap really good. If you're called for it, and you feel like this is like, okay, what do I do after I feel like I'm called? It's all about authenticity. Like you can't go in there being anybody else. Like mind you, I've been saying I watch Lux, I watch Mook, watch T-Rex, K-Shine, Party Art. I watch all these people growing up, Big T. But they don't define what Saga style is.
Yeah.
That comes from personal experience. That comes from who the Lord has made me to be.
Mhm.
So your calling first, and then your authenticity has to follow immediately.
Mm.
Like you have to be authentic and genuine to yourself,
Yeah.
and then that'll kind of help pave how you write and what you write and what you want to convey to the crowd.
Mhm.
Those are the biggest things: calling and authenticity for
Yeah.
me.
I love that. I love that. Speaking of authenticity, I feel like you get really real on TikTok, where you kind of talk about different
On
things
me,
that you going through,
you know,
and
you feel me?
and different
Nah,
things
for
that you're
sure.
feeling. And you speak about fatherhood, you speak about marriage.
Yeah.
What would be your advice to young Christian men who are holding out for some reason, waiting on getting married? They may have a girlfriend, they may not be sure where they're at, because you were once there. I know
Yeah.
you talked in the past, and you can expound on this as much as you want, about how you dated your wife, and then you weren't really ready for her, but you knew she was your wife,
I wasn't.
and then you had to go back and get her. Tell a little bit of that story, and then what advice you might give.
Yeah, so kind of just like a little history on me and my wife. Like she had done music at the time with another artist. She was singing background for it. They had a record together, and I went to the video shoot. Mind you, we've been around each other before that,
Mhm.
like, at different events, but like I saw her there. Oh, she cute. She acting a little stank right now. She hates I tell that, because now I know why. Because somebody was there that she didn't want at the video shoot. But I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I just, I'm like, yo, she acting like she got a, lips pouted, arms crossed. Like, I'm like, okay. But eventually I reached out. We chilled, and at the time she was dealing with a breakup. I was dealing with a breakup, and then I wasn't mature enough for what she needed at that time. Like, she was like, yo, listen, if we doing this, we doing this. Like,
Yeah.
we're together. Like, I was like, oh man, I just got off a breakup. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. I brushed it off like she's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, in all reality, I was immature. I wasn't ready. And then the Lord allowed us through a mutual friend. Shouts to my big bro Chris. He was doing a record with her, and she was looking for a rapper for a song. It's like, yo, get Saga. Like, she's like, no, like, that boy ghosted me. I'm good on him. And eventually
You ghosted her?
I ghosted her.
Brother.
I brought her to the crib. We had we had an intimate moment to where, like, we're looking out in the balcony. It was real romantic. And I was like, that's when she said, if we're doing this, we're doing this. I'm like, and I ghosted her for a little while. I was like, we stopped talking. And then, like, the Lord brought us together through my friend.
Wow.
And then I had to fight back for it.
Yeah,
and
good.
But it seemed like once we got into a space where we were like, we understood each other, everything clicked.
Yeah.
And things literally happened in a way that just seemed like it was nothing but God.
Yeah.
God had to have been the only way, because it just seemed like everything happened so fast, but it was right. So I'll say this to men in that situation where you're dating a girl and you're not sure, or you may be sure, but you're scared of what's to follow, or you don't know what to expect. I'm here to tell you, jumping into marriage, jumping into fatherhood, you may think you're ready, or you don't know if you're ready. That's something you have to experience when you go through that. Like, you'll never be as prepared
As you think.
You could read 1,000 baby books. You could read all these different things on marriage and stuff. Like, you just have to go in with that faith and understand, if this is who God has called me to be with, then we got to take it day by day.
Yeah.
We're not going to be happy with each other every day. Everything is not going to be unicorns, cupcakes, and leprechauns. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as long as the Lord is ordained, and you feel like the Lord has called you both, and you have that relationship to where she's praying for it, you're praying for it, and this is something where God is leading you, trusting him day by day through the process, and allowing him to steer the marriage or the parenthood you're stepping into. It's so much in that. Like, marriage has taught me that there's different chapters, and in different chapters, you're learning who that person is in that chapter.
Yes.
The person who I married is not the same person I dated. The person I married is not the same person who's a mother now. And you have to, it's a constant learning. It's a constant, like, okay, I'm not just hitting I'm not coasting. I'm not hitting cruise control on this relationship. It's because we've known each other for a long time. Like, it's more about learning who the person is. And obviously, as you grow and you change, they have to learn you. And it's a constant change that's needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's real. I think marriage is the biggest mirror.
Man.
You learn who you are. I could only imagine, being a parent.
All right, man. I was like, man, this is me. Got to do better.
Yeah. I always tell people marriage is not hard. You're hard.
Yeah.
Marriage is easy. When difficulty comes, it's a character thing. Either one of you is being, not who you need to be, or both of you are not being who you need to be. And that's where the issue stems in. But marriage itself, the institution of marriage, living together, if you married your best friend, you married your best friend. You know what I mean? And so I thoroughly enjoy being married. I would not go back for nothing.
On me.
I pray all the time, like, Lord, keep that man here. Okay, listen, keep us together, keep us here.
Listen, I'm not doing it again.
Please.
I'm not doing it again. I'm tired.
But it's very real. You learn a lot very quickly.
Right, absolutely.
And I always tell single women, first of all, okay, let me go back to the ghosting.
Talk to me.
Don't ghost nobody. Okay, you repented. You're all right. This is not condemnation.
Sorry, all right.
This is not condemnation. You repented. But ghosting is the lowest form of human behavior. Not the lowest. The lowest is, illegal stuff.
I feel like I'm being shot at.
No, I'm talking to the men.
Can we edit this part out? Can we edit this part out?
I control the edit. I'm talking to the men. I'm talking to the men because you talked about having to fight back for her. Yeah. But one of the things that men don't realize, and listen, women ghost too. People ghost their friends. People do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Just have a conversation with the person. Send a text message, one line. Let the person know you're done, or you need space, or you need time, or you're not. Because what happens when you ghost someone is, and I've actually never been ghosted by a man. I've been ghosted by a friend. What happens is the person goes through their mind of everything
that could have went wrong.
What did they do? And it sends them into a space that makes them not trust their own judgment. Yeah. Because it's like, how did I see that? And so I'm sure a lot of the fighting back you had to do was, one, to let her know you were trustworthy again. Yeah. But then she had to grow in, okay, my discernment is not off. I'm okay. It was him. It was his character. And that takes a lot to heal from. For sure. So young men, if you're watching this, young women,
don't be me. All right? Don't be me.
No, this is not
No, I gotta own it. All right? I gotta own it. Don't be ghosting people out here. It's wrong. Yeah, all right? That's a very valid point.
Yeah, don't ghost.
Very valid point.
But single women, what I always say is this. Run as fast as you can toward Jesus.
Hey, almost.
Look to your left
glory
and to your right and see who's keeping up with you. If it's a guy, he should probably be your man. If it's a girl, she should probably be your best friend. If you're in a season where it's two girls, those your homies and y'all are a tribe and y'all get together and y'all pray for each other. If you're in a season and it's two guys, figure out which one looks better.
Oh my God.
Because you got to look at your husband.
And that's all we have for today, y'all.
Here's the thing. I tell people all the time, all of this stuff, don't worry about attraction.
Yo.
Try telling somebody that when it's time to get busy. Attraction matters, okay? Yeah. So if you're running as fast as you can toward Jesus and there's two brothers by your side, they both spiritual, they both, have the same conviction that you do, which one are you attracted to? Which one has the personality? Then you can get carnal, flesh, personality, that kind of stuff.
Here's the thing, too, though. Listen, it's aside from attraction, which one is going to complement your purpose? Which one's going to complement it?
Also, your personality.
Come on,
I said this on the last podcast. We had an episode together. People underestimate compatibility.
Yes.
Somebody could be as spiritual, and y'all could be casting out demons together, and y'all can't stand each other.
Yes.
Compatibility matters.
Yeah, this person may be like a model, but can I have fun? Can I be myself around them? Funny? Can I be funny? Yes. Can I be goofy? Can we laugh at jokes that only make sense to us? Yes. This person may be like, oh man, I enjoy our conversations a little bit more. We watch the same type of movies, or like I can grow with this person more. This person just more. Yeah, they love the Lord, but it's like, man, I can't stand this person. You know what I mean? So like, I think that, for sure.
Yeah, but for women, I think it's very important that he is keeping up with you spiritually.
For sure.
Right?
Hands down.
Because again, it doesn't mean you guys have the same strengths. Right. I have spiritual strengths that my husband doesn't have. He has plenty of spiritual strengths that I don't have.
Right.
But we were on the same, like when I looked over from what I was doing for God, he was doing the same thing. He was in his church. He was serving in a way that I could never serve. He was doing tech. The church would have no sound, no video, no nothing, right?
Yeah, I'm on the tech team too. Come on
now. I was full-time in ministry, doing what I was doing. He was doing excellent at his career. We were on the same type of time.
Come on.
And I think sometime, this is my opinion, this may be controversial, I think a man can be running faster than a woman. I think if a man is running as fast as he can toward Jesus and he looked to the side and the woman is a little bit behind him, he could pull her.
Yeah.
It's very difficult the other way around. Not impossible. I've seen people do it. But usually the man you with is going to pull you to his speed. Usually. So I tell single women,
I'm not mad
if you are looking for a husband, run as fast as you can toward Jesus and look around at who can keep up. And then take your pick. That's just my advice.
I'm not mad at that.
You feel me?
That might be a mic drop if I ever heard one.
It worked for me. And anytime I ever did try to pull somebody, it wasn't good.
Wasn't it?
It wasn't good for them either. You're not doing it. Oh, see,
come on, let him use you.
Ladies,
what happened?
You're not doing a man any favors by forcing him to be closer to God.
Come on.
Now, that doesn't mean that as a girlfriend, a fiance, and a wife, you won't be a catalyst for your man to be closer to God.
For sure.
I know I have been. That's means being a wife. That's what you're doing. That's Proverbs 31, right? But you can't be the driving force.
No.
Men don't work well because even if they do it, they will resent you for it.
Yes.
I'm telling you what I know.
Come on.
They have to get to that conclusion on their own. That's why I say you need to look at who's keeping up.
Yeah.
Not as a comparison tool, but a tool for capacity. You understand? I understood that my husband has the capacity to keep up with me spiritually.
Not for comparison, but for capacity.
So even if there was a moment where he may be struggling or maybe feeling, I know he has the capacity to get back there. He got the breath control. He can figure it out.
We need a collection plate around here. I don't know if I got any bowls.
So that's my advice to single women. But I love that you're married. I love that so much of CHH is married.
Fact.
So many of us are, starting families or have families. I love one of the things I love about Nell, about Jackie, about Anike is I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm not washed when I have my baby. Good. Because that was one of my fears. Like, all right, how I gotta put this music out before I become a mom. And it's like, no, you don't.
Man, I just feel like shout out to Jackie Hill. Like that's one of my favorite rappers in the field. Period.
Yep.
Like one thing I kind of realized with all that is like even with fatherhood, like I thought I was late to the race. Yeah, because I'm 35. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She came around when I was 34 or whatnot. I thought I was late to the party. Man, like when God is opening that door, it's on His timing, and it's when you need that door open. So like I didn't realize. I felt like I was so far behind with all my peers having kids. I got 2 or 3 kids. Like, yo, Saga, what you up to? You know what I mean? We're just chilling. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, man, like when God says so, when He gives you that green light, you realize why the timing was now. You realize how perfect His timing was with that. Because like I feel like I wouldn't have been able to be who I need to be for my child if I had my baby earlier. Like I needed to grow in a lot of ways. I feel the same way about being married.
Like, I feel like if I'd have gotten married earlier, I'd be
divorced. Oh my God. If I'd have got married earlier, I would hate to see who I am. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All right. So you have a single coming out.
Yes.
And it has big shoes to fill, has big footsteps to follow. Because like I said, last project you had incredible features. You had great songs. Kid Capri. We didn't even get to talk about Kid Capri, but you talked about the other places. So all good. But you have a single coming out called Hallelujah.
Yes.
Right? And it's your first single in what? About a year?
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah.
About a year for sure.
Okay.
I've done stuff like, I had a joint project with my boy Jamil. Mm-hmm. So like I've been releasing, but it hasn't been like solely Saga stuff. Like so it's like been about a year for sure. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the single, what we can expect, and what inspired it.
Yeah. One of the main reasons why it came about is because whenever we're in the house cleaning up, we're just chilling in the crib. Renee loves to play Ty Tribbett for my daughter. Yeah. And she loves Ty Tribbett. She loves Ty Tribbett. And like,
shout out to Ty Tribbett.
You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? But one of his songs that came up like, you are good, hallelujah, you are good. So like, it was something to where I was listening to some beats that my boy made. Shout out to my boy Kyle. You made that. He makes the
Nice.
majority. He makes 4 a.m. Uber, Motion,
Dope.
Play About Me, Legend. He all of my
Yeah.
bigger
Records.
greater success records are he's
Love
produced.
it.
So he sent me that record, and as I'm listening to it, like I just heard that melody from like just hearing it over and over, and my daughter like loving that song. So I'm like, yo, let me just like kind of just like put my own take on
Yeah.
it, and then
So you ain't
give
got to worry about them samples.
yeah, hello.
Yes.
It's an interpolation. All right. I'm paying homage to one of my favorite gospel artists. And one of my daughter's favorite gospel
Yeah.
artists. And I want to kind of give a rap perspective on it because I feel like it's such a powerful statement.
Yeah.
Like you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Like and it made me think about like even in the midst of whatever I'm dealing with,
Yeah.
whatever, how much I've struggled with depression
Yeah.
and struggled with self-worth and understanding that. And
Mhm.
like even in fatherhood where you like, in becoming a father, sometimes you feel inadequate because your best may not be enough. And you're putting so much pressure on yourself to make sure that you can do what you can. And if you feel like it's not enough, it weighs on you.
Yeah.
Like that's something I've been like holding on to as a father. Like I try my best to be as present or to provide as much, but if I fall short in any way, it's a weight, man. So like hearing that record reminded me like, man, like in the midst of whatever I deal with, like God, you're still good. Like you're still a sovereign ruler and you have control over everything in my life. And I kind of wanted to take that approach to the message behind it. Like in the midst of whatever I feel, you still call me your own. Like you still love me. You still chose me. Like you're good even when life doesn't feel like it is.
Yeah.
So
that's such an important and timely message right now because, there's so many people going through so much.
Yeah.
Layoffs, economy crazy,
Come
war, family members having to go fight, all sorts of stuff
Yeah.
that we're going through as a country and as a generation. And we need to remember that God is good. We need to remember that he's sovereign. We need to remember that some of the bad stuff we experienced was never in his plan.
Come on.
And that it is the summation of human sin.
Yeah.
But that he's still good. And as you talk a little bit about, going through depression, you've spoken in the past about, suicide attempts and ideations and things of that nature. And I feel like that story is out there. But how have you overcome and gained victory in that space? And if there are parts of it that you still struggle with, how are you working through?
That in itself is a daily thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not something where like I overcome and it's never coming back. Like I feel like I believe Th3 said in a message one time, like it's not something to where you overcome it and it never comes back. Like you'll know if you overcame, if you have power over it by how much it comes back and how you're able to, fight that.
Shake it off,
And so like it's a daily thing, I know that there were times where I was a lot stronger in dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts and things like that. And then there's days where I feel like dirt and depression will just rear its head in on something like, you going through it? Boom. Yeah, John, give me a Mike Tyson uppercut. Suicide, it hit me with a little gut check. And it just be like, man, it's a daily fight. It's, I think it's so important to understand why the scripture says to die daily.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it's a one and done. You know what I mean? Like you have to continue to fight the flesh or your thoughts or these things that get in the way of what God wants you to do. So like with depression, I've had stronger days. I've had days where I won by 5. I've had days where I won by 40. But it's like there's some days I feel like I lost.
Yeah.
I'm in bed. I don't want to get up and I don't want to deal with life. But then I realize I have a family to provide for. I have a God that loves me. I have a daughter that's depending on me, and I have a puppy that needs food.
Yeah.
So it's like some days are better than others, but it's something to where like it's a daily fight. And I'm just trying my best to make sure that I leave with the victory every day.
Yeah. I love that. And thanks so much for your vulnerability. I think that this is the part of being an artist, the part of being a Christian that we're finally, I would probably say in the last 5 years, really talking about and having honest conversations about.
I agree.
And I think it's really important that people understand that that 2 things can be true. You can speak, perform, and write from a place of victory while still healing.
Yeah.
You can speak, perform, and write from a place of surrender
Yeah.
while still struggling. You can do all those things from a place of faith while still saying, Lord, help me in my unbelief.
Come on.
And I feel like that is probably the more powerful testimony than just appearing like you have it all together.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing that. We ask a question to end off our show here. And that question is, in the grand scheme of things, what do you want your legacy to be?
I think what I want my legacy to be is one that's remembered for being different and allowing God to be the source of strength in doing something different. I feel like in everything that I've experienced in life, and even how it led to me paving a lane in battle rap, or even the approach I'm doing to music, it's like it's been very different from things around me. And I just want to be remembered for allowing God to steer my talents, steer my confidence, steer life to where I couldn't have done any of this without him. And I want people to understand that in the midst of anything, like, you're loved. Things will get rough at times.
Yeah.
But if I can, that's why I place so much emphasis on my testimony and dealing with suicidal thoughts and depression and things I've struggled with, because if you were able to appreciate anything that God has done, just know it wasn't easy dealing with this stuff. So even if you look at the things I've accomplished and think, man, like, that's only because he's this, that, and no, I'm jacked up at times, man. I'm hurt, but like, man, God is so good, and he's like, I've given him all my concerns. I give him all my worries. I've cast all my cares on him and just let him take control of that. And I allow him to just guide wherever this ship is going.
Yeah.
And if anything that you take away from even my daughter, if you take away anything from my testimony, my walk, my journey, is to just trust God in ways that seem unreal. Trust God. And I promise you, I didn't even think battle rap would lead me to a point where I could say I did anything.
Yeah.
But I trusted God in ways I couldn't even imagine. And he was able to do things. So just trust God in ways that seem so unreal to you.
That's good. That's good. Well, you're well on your way to leaving that legacy and showing people that example in real time, in a real way. And I'm super proud of you. Just honestly.
Don't make me cry, bro.
Like,
Chill out, man.
like friend to friend. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, just seeing you through the grind, seeing you over time, seeing you at events, open mics. You know, I was telling my husband I used to be on the open mic circuit crazy. That's why I don't do open mics. I have PTSD.
Bro,
I did my time.
Me too.
I performed at them. I hosted them. I tell people all the time, I don't want to perform no more songs that nobody knows.
On me.
I'm done with that.
You got to teach them the hook.
Yeah, it's too
all right,
much.
y'all. So when I say, you say,
I did it
like,
for years
I'm
and
tired,
years and years. I'm all right. If the song goes viral, I'll perform it. Other than that, I'll just be releasing music.
Come on, man.
Like everybody else who can't perform. No shade. But anyway. But yes, I have seen you. Is it not? Am I not telling the truth?
No, you come on.
Social media saved some of y'all lives because you could just put the music out and you ain't got to go shake no hands and kiss no babies. We was shaking hands and kissing babies.
You wasn't in the trenches like we was in them trenches. You know what I mean?
That sounding like OGs.
For real, I'm sorry.
It's true though.
You know what it is?
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
New York in 2014, 2016.
It wasn't
you
outside.
had to be outside. You couldn't just put the song up.
No Radiant Shade, open mic, and no
exactly. New
Rock
York
Cafe. It wasn't outside for New York. It wasn't outside.
Yeah, we was lining up 2 hours to get our name on the list to come back. That's a whole nother thing. I started hosting, so I got.
You ain't had no fan base. You ain't had no following. You had to make everybody in that room.
Yes, and then as a Christian, everybody else in the room was cussing and doing all sorts of stuff. So you was really on a different.
The moment you say, I love the Lord, they be like, oh, my God. You got to win them over.
You got to win them over.
Like, yo, listen, I love the Lord. You know what I mean? I do this. I mean, like, oh, here we go. And then you got to, okay.
But it was a beautiful time. I'm very grateful to have come up in that time because it taught me grit.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I've seen you through different seasons. I'm very, very proud. Today is my first time seeing you as a father.
Come on.
Beautiful.
That's my dog right there.
Yeah, you're an
That's
incredible.
my dog
Yeah, you're
right
an incredible dad, and she loves you deeply. I can see it just
Oh,
by the way
that's
she
fine.
interacts with you. Your beautiful wife, and just you
Yeah.
guys'
She
relationship and
alright. She
camaraderie.
cool.
Don't you do
You know
now?
what I'm saying? She
I'm a girl's girl.
cool.
Ain't
You
no
know
I.
how you
Listen, I don't even know her like that, but you lucky to have her.
listen.
You don't even deserve her. I'm a
Nah,
girl's
that's
girl.
facts.
You
That's
can't
facts.
be
That's
not
facts,
on this
man.
podcast.
Shouts to my wife, man.
Yeah, no, but I can tell that you guys really love each other and just have a great dynamic as well. So I'm praying for your continued success. Guys, look out for the new single, Hallelujah. And thanks so much for watching this episode. As I said earlier, if you've listened to this on Holy Culture, channel 140 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Monday night, we thank you so much for listening there on SiriusXM. If you've watched on their YouTube, we thank you for watching there. And if you're watching on my YouTube, we thank you so much for watching there. Listen, if you are not subscribed, we need you to go ahead and subscribe. We're going to charge it to your head and not your heart. Maybe you don't know you're not subscribed. Maybe I'm just showing up on your For You. I'm just showing up on your Explore page. Go ahead and make sure you're subscribed and that you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of our uploads coming up. We got some heat for y'all. We got some bangers coming up. As you can see, we continue to bring you guests to inspire you to walk through your God-given doors. This has been another episode of your favorite podcast, I'll Just Let Myself In, the podcast where we don't wait for an imaginary permission slip or some seat at an imaginary table. We walk through our God-given doors, and we will be back. Same time, same place next week. See you then. Peace.
So have a great day. Don't bring no drama my way.